So today I'm gonna introduce you to my husband. He's gonna explain to you what we doing today.
What's going on, guys? My name is David Whitney. I'm a certified nutritionist and also a certified personal trainer. This is the first video in a 4-part series on how to build a bigger butt. We're going to start off with the most important exercise if you're interested in building up your glutes, and that's the squat. Now, before you say I already know all about squats, there's a lot of stuff that people get wrong, and we're going to cover some of those today. But first of all, the reason the squat is the most important exercise when it comes to building up your glutes is because it's an exercise that allows you to move the most amount of weight. You're able to put a lot of weight on your back because you're using a lot of muscle. And since we're incorporating a lot of muscle, this is going to have the biggest reward. But it also has the biggest risk. It's a very dangerous exercise, so you want to make sure you're doing it correctly. And we're going to cover some of those things today. The biggest mistake we see is the position of the lower back. Now, my wife is going to demonstrate how to do it correctly. But what we see a lot, can you turn around this up? And let me lower this so you guys can see better. What we see frequently is girls who will squat with their butt kind of sticking out. Can you demonstrate what that would look like? Now, what I want you to do is record yourself while you squat so you can see. This is very dangerous for your lower back. And if you squat this way, you might find that in general, just in life, you'll have a tight lower back. This is called anterior pelvic tilt. Now, the way to fix this is to think of doing a crunch. Adjust your ribs like you're doing a crunch. Look at, see how that lower back got flat? That takes a lot of the pressure off of the lower back. We don't want the weight, the force of the weight being transferred into the lower back. We want it going to the glutes. That's the first mistake I see a lot of women make. The biggest mistake I see a lot of men make is something called posterior pelvic tilt, and that's where they get rounding of the lower back. So round it over. This is also very dangerous for your lower back. Men, you see, it's hard for listeners to do it. Men have that problem. There you go, a rounding of the lower back. And now if this is you and you have this problem, what I want you to do is when you get into the bottom of the squat, think chest up. Chest up, and that takes away that problem. That puts you into a neutral spine. Now, the third most frequent mistake that we see with the squat is people who are afraid to squat to depth. They won't go all the way down. Alyssa, demonstrate how a squat should look at the bottom. If you notice, all the way stay at the bottom. The crease of the hips should be below the top of the knee. A lot of times we'll see people come up a little bit. They only come to here. You're not working all the muscle when you do that. Listen, if it feels like it's too heavy and you can't get all the work done, what I want you to do is lower the weight. Listen, it's not an ego contest. It's about building the muscle. If all you can do is your body weight and go that low, stick with your body weight for now. And then slowly build up with more weight. And then when you're ready, then we can put the bar on the back, then we can add some weight to it. Alyssa's gonna show us how it's done correctly. Nice. Now, what I want you to think about while you're doing this is bracing throughout your core. On the way up, you want to really squeeze your core like you're doing a crunch. That's going to allow you to transfer the force through your body. Now you want to brace through that core and think of pressing the world away from you with your feet. Nice. Let's go. Get that money. All right, walk it in. Save some in the tank. All right, now as far as reps go, you want to be aiming for 25 to 30 reps per workout. And remember, squeeze that core to help transfer the force through the floor to the bar. The lower you get, the more muscle you work. Nice. Nice. Way to push through.
Hold on. If you go lower, it's better for you. You don't want to cheat yourself. A lot of people think they go a little bit, they doing something. You only cheating yourself, and basically you just wasted your time because you could have got a whole body workout, but you did half a work. So don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Till next time.